Well, folks, I'm in the port of Houston. This has been a aggravating trip to try to find this customer, and I still haven't found him. But supposedly, when I make this right, I'm going to be there. Oh. Well, I still don't know where I'm going. Hang on a minute. All right, folks. Well, I've been here for probably over 3 hours. Most of it was hunting around the port of Houston because the shipper didn't give us a good, me and the guy in front of us, he didn't give us good directions. I mean, this is a huge, confusing place. And yeah, I spent a good hour just trying to find this place. Stopped and talked to about 8 people. Finally made it here. So he's getting loaded up in front of me, and then I'm next. We're both getting 5 coils out of the side. He said they probably weigh around 8,000 to 9,000 pounds. So we'll see. It'll take, if it's under 8,000, 1 securement, over 8,000, 2 securements, and it's got to be tarped. And that fella up in front of me is going to the same place I'm going to in Chickasha, Oklahoma. So I'll show you the setup in a minute. Okay, so let me show you what I've done so far. I know I'm getting 5 out of the side coils. So I've got, I only had 3 friction mats, so I got 1 in the front, 1 in the middle, and 1 in the rear. And I got 2 coil racks, 2 coil pads. I've got a spacer timber in here because these are small coils. I'm thinking they're going to need spacer timbers. So I've used some of my 4-foot and all of my 8-foot beveled timbers. But you see, they all have a spacer. All right, so that's what we got. We got this one kind of positioned here right in the middle. So hopefully, you know, if they need 1 chain, I can take a chain right through the middle. If they need 2 chains, I can go 1 here, 1 there. So, all right, let me go help this other fella. Okay, guys, let me show you the securements before I start tarping. Since they all weighed a little over 9,000 pounds, they need 2 securements. I got 2 chains on the front one, chain and a strap, 2 chains on the middle one, chain and a strap, 2 chains on the back. All right, mixture of over center binders and ratchet binders. All right, they throw a couple of green canvas tarps over it, and I'll be able to cover it with 1 4-foot drop tarp. All right, folks, secured and tarped. Let's get out of this place. Oh man, you know, I've been to the port of Houston probably 3 or 4 times and not really had that much difficulty. But today was bad, and it didn't have to be so bad for me and the other Maverick driver if they'd have given us some decent instructions, because this place is big. I mean, it's right here in the, you know, the port. You can see all the shipping containers up ahead. I mean, there's ships parked all around. You can't see them right now, but very confusing place if you're not accustomed to it. I mean, and the funny thing is, I stopped and asked 3 or 4 people for guidance on where to go, and just about, I would say at least 2 of them told me completely wrong information. Oh, it's just frustrating. But we're gonna get out of here. We'll have some detention pay. I really was wanting to, of course, as always, get on the road earlier, because now, you know, it's going to be tough to get out of Houston. I've got a little more than 2 hours on my clock, so I should be able to get up the road a little bit and get parked. But that other driver, Maverick driver that was in front of me, he was like under an hour, so he probably won't be able to get anywhere without going on PC. So I've got to go through this little checkpoint here. Uh-oh, they got a cone up. What's that thing? Oh, she's gonna move it. All right, I'll get back to you. Guys, you won't believe this. I've got to turn around and go back to the shipper and have them call the people that are initiating this order and have them come over here and bring some new paperwork, because they put Ben as my first name instead of Ron. Well, guys, just when you thought it couldn't get any more messed up, it has. This guy up ahead of me in the red truck drove over from the shipping office. He got me out of the port gate, the first port gate. There's still more gates to go through. And I just got a text message from the other Maverick driver that was in front of me. I guess he got my phone number from them. It said they've gotten our paperwork backwards. So here he comes walking up here on the side of the red truck. So I guess we'll see if this guy can get all this straightened out. Well, guys, as you can see, now I'm stuck in Houston traffic. I've had to go on PC, out of time. I've reserved myself a parking spot at a Pilot. Still 49 minutes away from there, or worse with this traffic. But this is one of those days as a trucker that it's just bad, you know. Some days are like that. I mean, that was just a horrible shipping experience there, you know. The shipper disorganized, didn't give us good instructions. Just a terrible place to have to get in and out of, not being familiar with it. Then they messed up my name on my pass so I could exit. Then, I don't know if I mentioned this or not, but the other Maverick driver, Joe, they mixed up our loads, our paperwork. Joe first thought that maybe they just gave us the wrong paperwork, but I think they probably loaded us wrong, since we both checked in within a few minutes of each other and we both got over to the shipper together. We don't know that it's just the paperwork that's wrong. It could be the whole shipments too. So we've decided we're going to try to arrive at the customer together tomorrow. He's reserved himself a parking spot at the same Pilot if we can ever get there. Because, you know, if I arrive with paperwork that's wrong and doesn't match up to the coil numbers that I'm carrying, then, you know, we're going to be bogged down, you know. And if we're not there together to give them both paperwork and both products, it could get all messed up. So yeah, just a bad experience. And you know, I wasted, I don't know when, I think I got there before noon, and it's almost 6 p.m. now, so I've wasted a big part of a day. Hadn't got anywhere. Burned up a lot of my clock. I mean, I should be 3 or 4 hours up the road toward my customer. Now, with all this frustration and lost time, I definitely won't be able to get home tomorrow like I should have been able to. And it's gonna be iffy whether or not I even have time to get home on Saturday. Because I'm down to under 13 hours now, and I've got to deliver this tomorrow in Chickasha, Oklahoma, which is, you know, probably 7 hours from North Little Rock. So yeah, I'm not real happy right now. And you know, Joe and I both gave the shipper a ranking of 1. I mean, that's all we can do. You know, Maverick sends us a little message where we can rank the shipper 1 through 5, 1 for bad, 5 for great. We both gave him a 1. I mean, it'd be hard to get much worse than what it was. I usually give people a 3 or a 4, you know. Oh, anyway, guys, frustrating day, but that's how it is sometimes. Luckily, you know, I haven't had a load that bad in a few months, really. And I've been to the Port of Houston, like I said, several times before, and it's not been that bad. Anyway, ready to get this day behind me.